So good afternoon, students. So today we are going to see this topic, uh, deleting elements from a list. Okay. So last class we have seen how to add elements in the list. Okay, add more elements in a list by using two functions which is known as list.append and list.extend. Okay. So list.append just add some elements to the elements at the end of the list, but here this extend function will allocate some memory location for further more addition. Okay, both are the things are more or like the same, but adding some value at the end of list and adding some extra memory location is somewhat different. Okay, so we have seen that, and inserting elements in a list. Okay, so at a certain position, okay, if you want to insert some elements at say for example in the third position, index value third position, you want to add some value to that position, then you can use this function insert. So that we have seen. So today we are going to see this function which is used to delete the list, the entire list, or delete some content or delete some elements from the list. Okay, so we are going to see that. So there are two ways to delete elements from a list, by delete statement and remove statement. Okay, remove function. So this delete statement is used to delete known elements, whereas remove function is used to delete elements of a list if its index is unknown. Okay, so the delete statement will the delete statement can also be used to delete entire list. Okay, so here we can see the difference between the del keyword and the remove function. Okay, so if you know the index value of the position, index value of a element which you want to delete, then you can use this keyword del. Okay, if you doesn't know the uh, index position of the element, then you can use this remove function. Okay, so del is a keyword and remove is a function. Okay, so you have to understand this two things here. So one is keyword and another is function. Okay, so here you can see that they have given some syntax for del keyword, and uh, there are three examples here. Del list index value. Okay, so if you want to delete a particular element in the list, say for example third position element. Okay, the element which is in the third position, you want to delete it, then you can give del list name in the square bracket 3. Okay, so if you give 3, then it will delete the third element of the list. So next is del element index from index 2. Okay, so if you want to delete uh, from third position to fifth position or second position to sixth position, so the in between terms, okay, in between elements in the list will be deleted. Okay, so index position is necessary when you use del keyword. Okay, so and the next third example is deleting the entire list. Okay, so del list name. So this delete option will remove the entire content of the list. Okay, so we can see an example here. So my subjects, so there are four subjects are given there. So Tamil, Hindi, Telugu, Maths. Okay, so print my subjects. So it is printing all the four elements. Now they are using del keyword, del my subject. Inside that they are giving one. Okay, one means the subscript value. Okay, so the index value of that list. Okay, so index value start from 0. So first element is Hindi. Okay, now this statement, that is del my subject square bracket of 1. Okay, which means that this will delete the element Hindi. Okay, So after deleting it, they are printing again, print my subjects. It is printing all the three subjects without Hindi. Okay, so this is deleting with a single element. Okay, the above example, the list my subject has been created with four elements. Print statement shows all the elements of the list. In delete my subject one, delete all the elements where whose index value is 1, and the following prints shows the remaining element of the list. So here you can see that in the next statement, from 1 to 3, it is deleting from 1 to 3 here. So it is now it is deleting from 1 to 3, which is yes. So which is, you can see that 1, 2, 3. Okay, so consider that old example. So old my subject, okay, Tamil, Hindi, Telugu and Maths. Okay, so this is the example. So here it is deleting from 1 to 3. Okay, so here Tamil only will be there, which is 0 index value. So index 0 is alone present, all the other 3 subjects has removed here. So next example, you can see that so example, del my subjects print print my subjects. Okay, since the entire my subject is deleted, but in the next statement we are trying to print it. So when you try to print it, you can see that it is showing some error. Okay, so it shows that you know my subject is not defined. Okay, so name my subject is not defined, which means that all the content, even the list itself, is been removed. Okay, so here del my subjects deletes the list my subject entirely. When you try to print the elements, Python shows an error as the list is not defined. Okay, which means that the list my subject has been completely deleted. So as already stated, the remove function can also be used to delete one or more elements if the index value is not known. Apart from remove function, pop function can also be used to delete elements using the given index value. Okay, pop function deletes and returns the last element of the list if the index is not given. Okay, so you can also use this remove function. Okay, this remove function can also be used to delete the content. Okay, it is used to delete the elements in the list. And another one function, which is pop, this function can also be used to remove the remove the elements from the list. So the function clear is used to delete all the elements in the list. It deletes only the elements and returns the list, retains the list. Remember that the del statement deletes the entire list, but clear function will not delete the list. Only the content of the list or the elements in the list will be deleted when you use this clear function, but del function will entirely clear the memory or the content which is stored inside the list. Okay, so here you can see that there is a syntax for remove, pop and clear. So list dot remove. Okay, you have to give the element. If you doesn't know the index value, you can just give the element itself. So you can see that next one is if you list dot pop index of an element. Okay, here also you can use in the pop function you can use element, and you can also use the index value of the element. Okay, so either you can give a single index value, or you can give multiple index value, just as shown in the previous one. So next is list dot clear. So list dot clear, you can see that it will clear the content of the entire list. So here there is an example, my list. It consists of 12, 80, 89, 34, Kannan, Gauri Shankar and Lenin. Okay, so these are all the elements of my list. So in that print.my list will print all the elements in the list. My list dot remove 89. Okay, 89 is a element in the list which is the first index value. Okay, you doesn't know the index value, so you are just giving you the number. Okay, giving the exact element. Okay, so this will remove the element 89. So after that, now trying to print it in the next statement, you can see that the statement the elements are printed without 89. So in the above example, my list has been created with 3 integer value and 3 string elements. The following print statement shows all the elements available in the list. In the statement my list dot remove 89, it deletes the element 89 from the list, okay, and prints the statement shows the remaining elements. Okay, so when printing the my list dot remove 89, so when printing my list you can see that only the 89 value is been reduced. Okay, so 3 integer values and 3 string values are there. So when you remove one integer value, 2 integer values and 3 string values are there. So next you can see that there is an example for pop function. Okay, so my list dot pop 1. Okay, so here when you use this pop function you need to know the index value. So here you can see that first value is given. So you can see that my list dot pop, it shows 34. So this will remove the 34 value. So 34 is the after removing it, you can see that 12, 34, Kannan, Gauri Shankar and Lenin. So in that you can see that first value 0, 1, 1 is 34, it is removed. So after that it is we are trying to print it, and all other terms are there. Okay, so 2 integer values removed and 3 string values are there and 1 single integer value is there. Okay, so altogether 4 values are present right now in my list. So in the above code, pop function is used to delete a particular element using its index value. As soon as the element is deleted, the pop function shows the element which is deleted. Pop function is used to delete only one element from the list. Remember that del statement deletes multiple elements. Okay, so you can see that I have already said that pop function can be used to delete multiple functions, but it cannot. Okay, so pop function is used to delete only one single element. Okay, but the delete keyword will entirely remove. It can entirely remove the list, or it can remove multiple elements, or it can even delete a single element. But this pop value will remove only one element. That too you have to know the index value of it. So here you can see that there is an example for clear function. Okay, so my list dot clear function, here you can see that print my list. So here you can see that the list is there, the memory location which is allocated to my list is present there, but the content is not there. Okay, so this clear function only deletes the content of it. Okay, it does not delete the entire list, but it clears the content of it. Okay, so in the above code, clear function removes only the elements and retains the list. When you try to print the list which is already cleared, an empty square bracket is displayed. without an element, which means that the list is empty. So next is list and range. So here you can see that list and range functions are there. So you can use this range. Okay, the range is a function used to generate a series of values in Python using range function. You can create list with a series of value. The range function has 3 arguments. Okay, so this is the syntax of range function. So this range function contains 3 arguments. One is start value, end value, and step value. So beginning value of the series 0 is the default value, default beginning value. So you can give any number there. Okay, the starting value you can give any value here. So this value is index value of the list. Okay, so you can just split the uh, split or create a copy of it. Okay, so we'll come to see that. Okay, so beginning value of the series 0 is the default beginning value. End value, so upper limit of the series, Python takes the end value as the upper limit, which is -1. So in a negative indexing you can see that -1 is the upper limit, but you can see the end value will be taken uh, as the as the value for this argument. Okay, next is step value. It is an optional argument which used to generate a different interval of values. Okay, so this value is optional. If you want you can give it, otherwise you can leave it. Okay, so in this example you can see that for x in range 1 comma 11. Okay, 1 comma 11 is there. So starting value is 1 and the ending value is 11. Okay, so print x. Okay, you can see that it is automatically creating some numbers random, starting from 1 to 11 it is printing. The 11th value is eliminated. Okay, so starting from 1 to 10 is printed here. Okay, so this value, this can be used in any places where you need sequential number. Okay, so say for example the example itself you can see for loop. Okay, for loop you need x, you need value of x in a sequential manner. Then you can use this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So if you want only 2 numbers each. Okay, so starting from 1 to 11 you need one number after 2. Okay, then it will leave 2 numbers in between and give you the third number of it. Okay, so in any interval you can give this number. Okay, so by using this range function you can create a sequence of number with the starting value and ending value and with the uh, interval. So that third argument is this. Okay, third argument is the step value. Okay, step value. So in the next example we'll see that. So here in the for loop x in range 2 comma 11 comma 2, which means that starting value is 2 and the ending value is 11, but it will take a number after 2 numbers. Okay, say for example 2 is the starting value and 3 it will leave it. Okay, 4 value is taken. Okay, so which means that 1 2. Okay, 2 3 is left and 4 is taken. So another one number 5 is leaved and 6 is taken, and 7 is left, 7 is leaved and 8 is taken. So likewise you can give 2 numbers, you can leave 2 numbers and to display the entire list by using regular interval of numbers. Okay, so creating a list with a series of values. So using range function you can create a list with a series of value. To convert the result of range function into list, you need one more function called list. Okay, list is another function. You can use that as a another function to create the output of range function as a list. So last previous topic we have created our own list by giving input number to it. But if you want to create a range of number as a list, then you can use this list as a number. Okay, so function makes the so list variable is equal to list. List is a function, so inside that you are giving the range. Okay, so the list function is also used to create list in the Python. So the list function is also used. It is also used to create list in Python. So example. So even list is the list name, which is equal to list. This is a function, and given you are giving the range inside it. Okay, range 2, 11, 2, which you can see that the output will be the even numbers between 2 to 11. And here they are printing the event list. It is printing as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the above code list function takes the result of range as a event list elements. Thus event list has the elements of first 5 even numbers. Okay, similarly you can create any series of values using range function. The following example explains how to create list with a square of first 10 natural numbers. Okay, so here you can see that square is a list. Okay, but it is created with the empty values. Okay, so square is a list, so inside that there is no element is present, so the list is created with the empty values. Okay, for they are creating a loop here for x in range 1 comma 11. Okay, so starting from 1 up to 10 it will create a value for x. Okay, so now here you can see that s is equal to x into 2, which means that the power square. Okay, so the given value of x will be multiplied on its own. Okay, so the square value will be stored in s, and squares dot append s. Okay, so append is a function that will add the element after the end of the list. Okay, so now after finishing the entire loop here, so 10 times it will execute. So after 10 times of execution, the square will be printed. In the above program, an empty list is created named square. Then the for loop generates natural number from 1 to 10 using range function. Inside the loop, the current value of x is raised to power 2 and stored in the variable s. So each new value of square is appended to the list square. Finally, the program shows the following values as output. Okay, so 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36, and 7 square is 49, 8 square is 64, 9 square is 81, and 10 square is 100. Okay, so this is the output of using a range function to create a list. Okay, range function to create a list. You can use append function to add elements in the list by using range function. Okay, so thank you students, we'll see the rest of the things in the next class.